where we think big. This is your girl, Dream Jade, and I'm back with another one. Let's get into this. First, we want to thank God for a beautiful day. We alive. We back in this B. You feel me? We here. I'm drinking champagne. Cheers. So, I want to talk about men lowering women's self-esteem, but I want to put it on my podcast. As y'all should know, hopefully, if y'all subscribe to me, this is my notes. That I have a podcast called Run and Tell That Podcast. I'm trying to figure out how to put it on all platforms. I'm kind of slacking. Don't judge me. But yeah, so we're going to film this, well, record this with my microphone. And here we go. Hold on. Because I want to be able to hold it. Ooh, ooh, child, no. Oh, no, baby. Oh, my baby. Oh, my baby. Okay. I'm trying to get the cord. Hold on. Well, I'm not gonna put on the air conditioning. If it come on, come on. I don't really want y'all to hear the air conditioning. But like I said, we're gonna talk about men lowering women's self-esteem as a form of control. Because it's very annoying when they do this, especially to someone like me who I don't mind being controlled, but it has to be within my permission, if that makes sense. And so, let's start it off. Hold on. Like, share, and subscribe. Run and Tell That Podcast. Hold on. Maybe I should put, dang, I deleted my Instagram. I don't think I'm going to upload Instagram anymore because it's just too much. Like, I'm not really a social media person. I don't want to lose myself. You know what I mean? So I might get an interruption in the background. My partner is coming in and I want him to feel comfortable to just come in the house. But we are staying in one of those transitional homes, aka just a regular apartment until we find a real house. And yeah. So here we go. Thank you for being here. Like, share, subscribe. Please don't be stingy with me. I really want this to pop. I got my cowgirl hat, I should be a cowgirl Nike model. Like, oh, how sexy would that be? Black girl too? Jesus. Run and tell this so you can run and tell that. Giving you straight, no chase. Hold on, messed up. I haven't done this in so long. Hold on. Giving it to you straight, no homo. Run and tell this so you can run and tell that. Podcast. Okay. Hold on. I think that's what I usually say. Tell me if I should switch it up. Cause somebody told me to say, don't say giving it to you straight, no homo. I think that's funny. A lot of people ain't gonna think that's funny, but I think that's funny. So y'all know I date a Haitian now, right? Okay, we're gonna talk about that. Hold on. Wait. I don't want to get too ahead of myself. Um, Let me remember what my fucking slogan is. Slogan. My slogan. Oh, okay. He's 30 minutes away. So I should be able to get that done. Well, it might be an hour. I don't know. I just want y'all to know that he might come in. He's not the camera type of person, but he will be okay. Hold on, let me listen to my slogan. Yes. Giving it to you straight, no homo. Run and tell this so you can run and tell that. Podcast. Hey. All right. Giving it to you straight, no homo. Run and tell this so you can run and tell that. Podcast. I want y'all to run and tell that because I feel like my life my life's experiences has been so freaking out of this world. Like, cheers to not being basic, okay? I don't want nobody basic on my podcast. If you're not basic, like, share, and subscribe. All right, now let's get into this. Hold on. Bluetooth disconnected. Why? Bluetooth connected. Okay. Oh no. You might have to wait until the air comes off because it picks up on this microphone picks up on everything. I love this mic, but it picks up on everything. Hold on. Let me turn. I don't want that to be. Bluetooth disconnected. Why? What's going on? This must be dying. So I'm gonna turn it off. Charge it up in a second. Hold on, where's my computer at? Okay. The computer is fully charged. I have been really trying to make sure that I stay consistent because I did need a break. If what's going on, baby? Okay, why is that off? My little light went off. I've been trying to be consistent because I know for a second I just had to relapse. That is my characteristic where I am so hard on myself to a default and then I binge, you know what I'm saying, on something. I indulge is what I should say, not binge, but more so indulge in things that kind of give me a break, like drinking. And I've been going to the casino and stuff like that. Hold on, why is this doing this? Like, okay. I don't know why I turned off. So, as y'all know, I live in Reno now with, I wouldn't call him a sugar daddy. It's a weird, we have a weird relationship. But I want to share it with you because I told y'all that I was divested, which I feel like I'm still divested, but in a way where I guess most divestors who, like black women who date white men or whiter tones, would feel like I'm not divested, but then again, I kind of feel like I'm not. So we're going to talk about that on the podcast. Um, like I said, I got my notes, I got my water, I got my champagne, and I'm trying to be consistent. Like, I need y'all support. I want to release, like, the dude I'm with. I wish I could tell y'all exactly what is going on with us, but it's just not appropriate. So I'm not going to, but I might ease into it. I might ease into it. It's a crazy situation that I'm in. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I'm in a crazy situation. But right now, we want to talk about how men lower women's self esteem in order to control them. So, what was my okay? Giving it to you straight, no homo. Run and tell this so you can run and tell that. Podcast. Giving it to you straight, no homo. Run and tell this so you can run and tell that. Podcast. Hey, hey. Now let's get this started. Let's get into this. It's hosted by your girl, Dream Jade. Dream Jade in the building. All right. So this topic came about because I started dating somebody new. I never thought I'd see the day where I would get up from under my baby daddy's peen and get to someone else. But it is here and it is full-fledged crazy, right? Backstory to it is when I when I got in a wreck in November, my life came crashing down financially. I'm $50,000 in debt because of this car because I didn't have insurance, right? Right. Okay. I guess we all go through things, but it was really hard for me because I'm an amazing mother. I love being a mother. I would not trade that for nothing. Even in the ghetto situation that I'm in, I wouldn't trade it for nothing. I love being a mother. But then I got in a wreck and I realized that I really couldn't support my children for the first time. So my children has been over their grandma's house, grandpa and grandma's house for the last 5 months, I say, end of April. And I've been trying not to let it get the best of me because my babies are truly my best friend. So it's kind of crazy that I dropped the ball in that way. And I just can't believe I haven't been able to work since. It's like God is answering a weird prayer, right? Right. Um, we're talking about right now how men will lower your self esteem in subliminal ways just to control you. And it is a real subtle thing sometimes. But since I'm a life coach and I listen to people, that's just what I tend to do. Um, things get really weird when you understand psychology, right? Right. So, excuse me, the champagne is trying to bubble back up. but so this topic came about because the new dude that I'm with is Haitian. He's a first generation Haitian from Miami, and it has been very interesting. I fasted and prayed, and then at the end of it, I thought I was going to get a white man. Honestly, or I thought I was going to get a really wealthy white man that was going to plug me in. Boom, I'll be done, right? But interesting enough, God paired me up with a Haitian man, dark skinned man, trauma, crazy stuff, very violent, all that. But a genuinely good guy. Just had to learn how to survive at any means, so he's violent because of that. So I feel like the tables turned on me because I said that after my baby daddy that I wanted a white man, and I end up getting a Haitian. And I want people to know, like, okay, I still feel very divested because I really don't care for African American men thought process. I really don't. But when I talk to this man, it is truly different. But then there's a lot of similarities because he's still Haitian. He's Haitian American. So he's not African American. He's Haitian American. And there's some things about him traditionally that are totally different from African American, and there's some things that are super similar. And it's been very interesting to talk to him because like I still see the pimp mentality inside of him, but I also see the Haitian, I know how to treat women type of mentality. So I've been dating him for a minute. He's about almost around 40 years old. I am 30. Um, we're the same sign. We're very similar. It's almost really super crazy, the dynamic between him, because he is a construction worker and he knows how to build anything. Whereas any African American man, they don't know how to do shit. They don't know how to put a push pin in a damn wall. They don't know how to put a thumbtack in a wall and hang up a paper. So I don't know if I'm just impressed because I've never seen an African American man do anything with his hands. And maybe I'm just like, I'm impressed by the smallest things just because of the fact that I've never seen an African American man do a thing with their hands. And this man can build a house like a Mexican. But yet, there is some things about our relationship that is super weird and rocky because it's things that I wouldn't tolerate. Like, for instance, y'all tell me what y'all feel, okay? Tell me in the comment section what y'all feel when a man basically, y'all talking and then another female comes up in his conversation, and he's talking about how much this female is so fine and she just got this face symmetry and this that. It's like, as a woman, do you feel some type of way or do you not feel some type of way? Because we had this conversation, because he's one of those Drake types, if you understand what I mean. Like, he likes women, he likes to trick on women. That's his thing. He'd rather be around women than men. So, he will say a lot of, I hear a lot of stories about women when it comes to dating this man. And it's just like, as a woman that is dating you, how do you take, you know, you constantly talking about another woman? So we talked about it last night, and he tried to make it seem like, oh, you have a discrepancy in your personality or your character because you felt some type of way about me feeling like another woman was beautiful. And what I told him was, never. You hear me? Never. I don't compete with women. I love women. I'm on women's side, period. There's no way that you are going to make me feel less than just because you call this woman beautiful over and over for whatever reason. Right? Right. So we had a conversation about that. And then there's this guy, there's this truck driver dude that I met about a year ago. He's a truck driver. I met him during an Uber. And during the Uber, he was like, "Can you just stop the clock and I'll just pay you and we just kick it?" So I was like, "Sure." So, he paid me for the night, and we continued to kick it, and you know what I mean? He sat in the back and chilled while he drank a bunch of beer, because he said he don't usually drink and drive because he's a trucker. So he showed me a good time, and we just was close from that point on. And he texted me recently, and I tend to ignore his text because he's super country and don't know how to spell a word. And if you read all these run-on sentences, like, it gets weird, right? Like, it's super funny, but it's just like, I don't really respond to him just because I don't like reading his messages, because I don't know how to read his messages, right? So, but recently, he sent me some of the nicest things that I've ever heard a man say, and it was not pertaining to how big my butt was. It wasn't pertaining to how big my titties was. It wasn't pertaining to my face. Okay, I understand that men are physical creatures. I don't blame them for that. I like beautiful women. But when it comes to a mate, I would rather have somebody that has a little bit of understanding of life versus how pretty they might be, or manipulative or this and that. Because I'm not very manipulative, like, I manipulate to a certain extent, but not that in a way that you're not going to benefit. So, he tells me these very sweet things about my character versus how big my ass is, and it really meant a lot to me because the dude that I'm dating right now, I don't want to say compare because maybe he is not comparing, but he tends to brings up bitches and that I mean, sorry. Female anatomies, like whether her ass or titties were perfect or this and that, and or and it's just I feel like it's such a shallow conversation. Like, okay, so what do I gain out of this? I don't have the biggest of titties. I got a little booty. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I'm a handsome girl. I'm not super feminine when it comes to my facial structure. I feel like in my face is different because it's strong. You know what I'm saying? But I don't think that disqualifies me from being a supermodel. Understand? And like I said, if keep in mind this dude is like a Haitian Drake. He likes to trick on women. That's his thing. He don't like dealing with a bunch of men. You know how black men are. They don't like to really deal with each other. So, you know, deals and dabbles and take care of a lot of women because that's his thing. But he's telling me he want to marry me. But he want to marry me under these prefixes. And you know what I realized with him is like I think he really does like me. I really think he does like me. Like I said, he's not African American. He's Haitian American, and he has a different outlook for sure. He understands like versus African American men that he does have to provide and that he does have to be on top of things. And there we me and him, if I say we need to talk, he will stop everything right in there and he will talk to me. Or if I say, "Babe, I need you to do this," he'll do that right then and there. He doesn't hesitate like my baby daddy. Like my baby daddy, if I told him I needed him to do something, he would hesitate to do it. He would just take his time. Whereas him, he doesn't really take his time. He'll do it when I ask. But it was just other things that I feel like his money bought him that he feels like he doesn't have to do with me because I'm a humble woman. And I think he's coming in right now. Don't tell him I was drinking. He's supposed to be fasting. But anyway, so I know this is a sensitive topic for him, but it's just like when I see social media, everybody's pretty. I recently deleted my Instagram because I feel like everybody's beautiful now. I remember when I was considered one of the most beautiful because that was that time. You know what I'm saying? Nobody could just transform their faces and then be up to par. So I feel like we're in an era where everybody can be beautiful. And that shouldn't matter anymore. Or you shouldn't still be comparing women because of their beauty standards. I think all women are beautiful, honestly. But like I said, the dude that I'm dating, he would tend to talk about women a little too much. And it was like, are you sending a message? Or because you're not showing me these women, you're leaving it up to my imagination. Like it was so many things that just really truly confused me. And then when I scroll, because I don't really scroll through Instagram much, but when I scroll through Instagram or whatever, like it's like every woman is striving to have big titties or this perfect shape or this perfect face or this perfect hair. And I don't want to do that. It takes too much work and you have to be self-conscious to a certain extent to deal with that. And So I had a discussion with him, like, why do you feel like you always have to talk negative to me? Because every time you give me a compliment, there's the backhandedness to it. And he was like, oh, do I do that? And I'm like, you have adopted to a culture of men who really all they can do is degrade women because they feel like they can control them with that. And it's like with men, especially black men in general, like especially African American men or American men, they tend to have this weird beauty standard. It had nothing to do with European. It's just beauty standards. You know what I'm saying? Like you have to have a full set of titty, a certain amount of ass, some abs, small feet, you have to have no flaws, and you know what I'm saying, it's just not realistic. And it's also annoying because I know that there's a lot of women who really hide their flaws through getting BBLs or breast augmentations just to keep up with what these men are saying, and I just don't agree with that. I would say fuck these niggas. If I'm just saying, like, any man who want to pick a woman apart, like, if you a man, you should be lucky titties are in your bed or ass is in your bed. You know what I'm saying? But nah, you want, it ain't good enough, it needs to be this and it needs to be that. And it's so irksome because it's really like, okay, but you're fat, you're broke, you know, you dusty, your toes crusty. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like you get to pick women apart, but we don't get to say how you bald. You know what I'm saying? We don't get to say, hey, your hairline receding. But we don't. But as women, we don't really care about that. We want to be protected and cared for. Versus, hey, you got a little bit of flaw here and there. But with black, especially African American men, I know white men do it, but not to the extent of these shallow ass African American men, where if you don't meet this perfect standard body type, that you need to constantly be compared or you're not good enough. And then they have these women cutting their bodies up. You know what I'm saying? Because we need affection too. That's what I told him. I'm not having sex with you no more because the sex is whack. Straight up. Your sex, I ain't coming. I love it. Feel good. But it don't never get me past feeling good. You know what I'm saying? I still feel depleted after I have sex with you. And that's why I really put standards on having sex with men after marriage. Like, nah, you need to show me that you want to please me and not just you. You know what I'm saying? Oh, she ain't got big enough titties. I can't suck on them. You know what I'm saying? Like who? What nigga? If I was dealing with a woman I enjoyed, I'm going to enjoy all of her body. I'm not going to be like, oh, I don't like this and I don't like that, because it's just so petty and shallow. Like, I heard somebody said they didn't want to touch the girl's breast that he was having sex with because they were too big. Like, but she was frustrated because he wanted her to tend to her body, period. You know what I'm saying? It didn't matter how she came, she wanted him to tend to her in in a way that would turn her on, and a lot of black men refuse to do so. And I just think that is so gay. I'm sorry. A man who trips off a woman's breast size or ass size or feet size or whatever, and they have the pleasure of laying down with her, those are weird men to me. Those are truly weird men to me. It's just like, that's a woman in your bed. What? She's giving you the pleasure to love on her. But, um, I just think it's so lame to compare women as if, like, there's not going to be somebody more beautiful or something like that. Like, I'm pretty sure there's a beautiful, more beautiful, I guess, more beautiful women than me. But to compare the person that you're having sex with to someone that you don't have is a trip. It's a true trip. And comparing body parts. So women, this is definitely a message for you, which is, you gotta grow some self-esteem with certain men, because you're gonna come across men who, on the outside, when you meet them, They seem very mature. They seem like they have it together. But when you start picking at their brain when it comes to marriage and having babies, these men they don't know what to do. They're so shallow. You know what I'm saying? Don't marry a man or really get your feelings involved with a man that you know is shallow on any of your body parts. There's not supposed to be no flaws. Of course you have flaws. Everybody have flaws. But it shouldn't be so apparent that he's talking about it every day or every so often about somebody else. You know what I'm saying? Discard that. Don't get emotionally attached to men who don't want to be emotionally attached to you because you're gonna lose, especially if you're having sex with them. You know what I mean? And this is just a cautionary tale. I love women. I love people. I want everybody to do better. But this is one of the topics that I felt like I had to say because somebody truly affirmed me. Like, you're a great mother. He didn't say nothing about my appearance. He was just like, you're a great mother. You're smart. I think you're one of the top 20 smartest women. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that really made me feel better than, or your booty big, or your face. Like some shallow, dumbass shit. You know what I mean? It really made me feel better than hearing how my booty is big or something crazy. You know what I'm saying? I love when a man realizes that I value my children or I take care of my health by exercising, eating right, or that type of thing really meant a lot to me. I almost shed like 3 tears. I shed like one, but I shed like 3 tears off of a man saying something other than my damn titty size or butt size. Like it's just annoying. Like, and I usually only get this type of behavior from black men. When I talk to white men, they don't discuss that. Even if they have that in their head, they don't discuss that. And you know, it really makes a difference in a relationship. Like, it's so hard to date black men because they all seem to have this pathology that they need to pick you apart and compare you and make you feel some type of way. You know what I'm saying? And I'm saying if a man is going out his way to make you feel some type of way, then um discard him. Discard him because he's gonna make you feel some type of way. But my guy is coming in. I'm gonna wrap this thing up. This is Dream Jade back with another one, and I love y'all. See you on the next one. I'm kidding. Out. Meow. Hi. I was wondering.